Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Soul Speak, the podcast for teens. I am your host, Emily Miller, Teen Intuitive. Okay, so I have said now for the past 12 episodes, I think this is now the 13th, that I am a teen intuitive. And I cannot believe it has taken me this many episodes to talk about intuition because it is such an important part of what I do every single day for my personal life and for all the people in my life, like all of my family members, my clients. Like, it's something that I just use every single day, and it's so important. Okay, so I'll first tell you this, what I thought intuition was initially before I started learning about it. I just thought intuition was like, oh, you get this gut feeling, and it's something that you can respond to or not. And typically people would be like, oh, I knew I should have done this, or I knew I shouldn't have done this. And you get this gut feeling to go do something and you follow it. And while that is kind of what intuition is, it's a very random form of intuition that we would think that we have like no control over, that just pops up sometimes out of nowhere, unprompted, is how it feels. And so that's what I initially thought intuition was. But the first time that I saw like a highly trained intuitive who took the route of learning all of the bits and pieces and parts, every working part of intuition, and to train it and know how to use it in a way that it gives you some really amazing information, I was like jaw-dropped, shocked. Like, how do they know this information? How did they get this? It was like, is this some sort of magic or something? Like, how did they do this? And I knew instantly it was something that I needed to learn how to do. And at first I was like, oh, I need to know how to do this for myself. Like, I was thinking this is a skill that I have to have. Like, how did they get to figure this information out? I need this skill. I need this tool. I need to do this for myself. And at first, after like seeing it in action and seeing the information that they could get from using their trained intuition, I was like, okay, do I want to learn this or not? Like, I was a little scared of it. I remember talking to my mentor about it for the first time, and I was like, I don't know if this is something I really want to do. Like, it seems kind of scary. And she was like, why? I was like, well, I feel like if I learn how to tap into this like energy, then I'm going to have all these other energies like in my energy, and it will just be this like uncontrolled barrage, like constant infiltration basically of other people's energy and information. And I thought like, oh, I'll be walking around and like being able to hear this person's thoughts and this person's thoughts, or tapping into this person's energy that has already passed, and there's going to be like ghosts and goblins and all sorts of stuff like all around me that I wasn't going to be able to control. But that actually couldn't be further from the truth, because the more that you learn about intuition and how it's used and how you access it and how you tap into the energy of the people and things around you, you get to see like how in control of everything that you are, like all things in this world. Like, at first, everything seems very overwhelming, uncontrollable, like, all these things that are happening to you and not for you, and that you're able to like take control of them. So intuition is just another one of those things that once you understand all of the working parts of it, it's really easy to maneuver. So I want to first tell you what intuition really is, like the science behind how you can read people's energy. And so the first and most important thing is, we've talked about this before when we talked about creator fields, that every single thing is made of light, like everything. And if something is made of light, and it is, light carries information. So what this does is it allows, if you're training your intuition, it allows you to access a part of your brain that is not currently being used on a conscious level. So it allows you to access this part of your brain that knows how to interpret or read light, which is amazing. So all of the things in this universe are made of light. All matter is made of light. These light pieces are photons, and depending on how the photons are being interpreted, they can gather and group together and become matter. And this matter in our universe is what we see all around us. Everything is made of the photons, which carry light, which we can read. We can tap into this. So our bodies and everything around us is constantly emitting light. It's emitting electricity. It's emitting energy. And so this light that is being projected from us is our EMF, our electromagnetic fields. And it's like the push and pull of energy that our energetic bodies are creating. So that is also, that EMF, that energetic electromagnetic field, is what I'm always calling our creator field. So the creator field, our electromagnetic field, is responsible for shaping all matter in our reality, all people, places, situations, circumstances, things, and our body. So every thought, every feeling, every belief that we are projecting out, every single one, our matter around us is responding according to what we are writing in our creator field. It's that script that we are handing out to the universe, showing them how to be towards us. It's the light we're projecting with the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that we are having. So internally, our bodies are constantly reading the light that we are projecting. And it's doing it like all the time. They're constantly responding to our thoughts and our feelings and our beliefs. And it shows up in how our body is feeling, how our health of our body is, if we have sickness or illness, or if we're healthy. So it is also then responding to us in the way that we are acting, our actions. So remember that saying, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. So immediately, whenever you have a thought, it is instantly creating how you are going to act in your physical world. So if you think, I'm bad at math, which we've used this example a lot, if you think that, then you are going to be that. 70% of the way that you think, immediately when you have that thought, it will 70% change the way that you do your action in accordance to that thought right away, without fail. Okay? So your thoughts are really, 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 really important. Okay? So if our bodies are constantly responding to this energy without us even knowing it, and our actions are responding in the way that we are using our bodies immediately with these thoughts, and they're doing it just without us even knowing it, that means that it's running on a subconscious level in a way that we don't really recognize and understand and do on purpose, basically. So all of these things are running internally within us all the time. And so since we are doing it internally, subconsciously, intuition is simply training yourself, your brain, to access the information that it has in it, to do it on a conscious level, to do it on purpose. And it's bringing that subconscious information to the consciousness so that you are doing it on purpose and you're able to use it for so much good. So our brains just on a normal day, like a pretty much mature brain, so older teens and adults, we are only using like 7% of our brain power, which is wild to think that our brains have so much more capacity than what we're using it for. Like, we're already doing some really cool things. Imagine if every single human being on the planet were able to tap into 100% of their brain power. Like, where would we be? I mean, the options are completely limitless. So unconsciously right now, thinking about intuition and how maybe you might have experienced it. We talked about that gut feeling. So you might have, got this pull to do something or not do something. And that is a form of intuition. Another thing that people might think about intuition is how they've experienced now is like a mother's instinct. So moms, like, they know if something's going on with their kids. They immediately know that their child needs something from them because of that mother's instinct. Or, here's another example. If you are thinking about a friend and then the next day they call you or text you, or they like show up in your life, that is you unconsciously tapping into their energy, knowing that they're thinking about you and that they plan on calling you. Another thing that you could think of, which is how people use intuition unknowingly, think about twins, since I have twins. They can feel if the other twin got hurt. Like if one twin like is riding their bike and they fall and cut their knee open, the other twin, who could be, halfway across the world, gets a pain in their knee. That is an example and a way that we are unconsciously reading people's energy. We've talked about this example before, but you walk into a room and automatically you can feel the vibe of that space. You can feel how either it's like high energy. Let's say you walk into a concert and everybody's so excited. It's the best music playing ever. Or you walk into a funeral and it's down and it's sad and the vibes are so low because everybody's just like feeling this extreme loss. So you're constantly feeling these vibes from rooms and spaces. Or it can come from like the very first time that you meet a person and you're like, you get their vibe or you tap into their aura, which I love that this is kind of like a thing that everybody's talking about, because auras are real. Like, they are really complex parts of our energetic bodies, and they have different pieces to them, which you can tap into once you learn how to train your intuition and read the different parts of the aura, which is really cool. So, because each layer of the aura holds different pieces of information. So it's not just like, oh, you have a yellow aura, that means that you are calm and cool and bright like the sunshine or whatever. Your aura has so much more information in it than that, and it is super complex. But you are, the first time you're meeting someone, like feeling into their aura. You are doing that. And that is your like vibe check on them. And you're able to see like, do I love this person or do I not? Like, is this somebody that I feel like I'm going to get along with before they even speak one word to you, you can get a feeling from someone to see if your energies are going to match. And that is you using your intuition on a very basic level. So whether you know it or not, you are constantly using your intuition. And all you have to do is learn how to use it, and you're able to tap into all these different parts of all these different energies that are constantly surrounding us. Because remember, I told you we've all got our own little bubbles, our own little creator fields, our own little electromagnetic fields that we're all walking around with on this planet, and we're constantly in each other's energy. And so how amazing would it be to be able to tap into all of those energies around you? And not only is it just the energies of the people, like you can tap into the energy of anything. You can tap into the energy of plants. People carry crystals around with them because they carry energy with them. And so each kind of crystal or stone that you're wearing, they all carry energy with them, and they're all sending out vibrations and communications. So everything around you is made of energy, and everything can be tapped into and read to see what they're feeling, what they're sending out, what their beliefs are, all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. And so one thing to think about too is once you're able to train this intuition and you learn how to do it, it's same thing like I've been talking about. It's working out those muscles and training them. Think about the first time you ever rode a bike. I know it's been a while, probably since the last time you had to learn how to do that, but the first time you ever got on a bike, that feeling is really overwhelming because you've got your hands on the handlebars. You've got to get your feet on the pedals at the right time and push off. And where are my eyes? Am I looking ahead? And do I have a helmet on to keep me safe in case I fall? And there's 700 different things that you are thinking about the first time that you get on a bike, and it's really overwhelming because you've never done it before. So just like I said at the top of the episode, like I was scared to learn how to use intuition the first time. I'd never done it before, and it was something that was an unknown to me, and it seemed out of control, which a bike could seem the same thing too. Like what if you got going down on a hill and you didn't know how to stop? But whenever you learn all of the little intricacies, all the working parts, all the pieces of how to do this new thing, like riding the bike or using your intuition, they all become really amazing to do once you get all the little working parts in place. So you can get on that bike and you can just start coasting and riding down the hill, knowing that you're safe, feeling the wind in your hair, and just, enjoying the ride. Just the same as you can with intuition. You learn how to use it and you start getting all of these really amazing results. And the world almost seems like limitless to you because you have unlimited access to information all around you. One thing that came up to me, I'm like, okay, so if we have this information within us and we know how to use our intuition, like why isn't everybody on the planet walking around just communicating energetically with each other? Well, they could if they wanted to, if everybody learned how, but just the same as whenever we were talking about why you think you're not perfect, why you have these crap beliefs in your creator field, and why you have these programs that are running that make you think something is wrong with you, it's exactly the same with intuition. There is that same group of people who have this very limited frame of mind when it comes to the universe, and they think that if human beings, all human beings, if we all had access to our unlimited power, then they would lose theirs and they wouldn't get to keep all of their money, all of their power, all of their things, because they don't know, they don't understand that there's room for everybody. Everybody can succeed. Every single person is so unique in the things that they offer to this world that nobody could ever run out of things to help the world with. Like, there's unlimited ways that all of these people can use their unique combinations of gifts to help the world. So everybody is made to do something very, very different in this world, and nothing is limited, which is also so cool. But can you see, like, if somebody believed that if I succeeded, then they wouldn't succeed, why they wouldn't be teaching this to everybody? So the information about intuition is not readily available. It's not in your textbooks at school because they don't want you to know how to do it, because they're scared that if you become complete in your power and knowing that you are able to do all of these things, that then they won't get to have what they want to. But the reality of this intuition is, once you get the knowledge and the education on how to use it in all the right ways, your world becomes a world of like endless opportunities. Your brain gets to open up to access all of this information that has been shut off, because really at age 11, every single human being, their intuition just goes offline if it's not fostered. So little kids, they actually like have their intuition, but we don't teach it because we don't know, right? And so they have this intuition that they're like running around with, and they're able to like communicate with energies around them. Think about, you see like little babies who are like staring off into space and, you know, babble talking to little things. Well, they're probably actually really seeing things. Or little kids who have imaginary friends. Those imaginary friends are really probably just their higher selves that they're able to talk to. So it's really neat that we have this, we're born with it, and we have the ability to turn it back online, and we can use it now and all the things that we can use it for. So I'll tell you a few things that I use my intuition for. I use it all the time. I use it for myself, I use it for my family, and I use it for my clients. So some easy breezy like things that I like to use my intuition for are things like getting ready in the morning. I used to like sit and stare in my closet. I don't know who else does this, but I would just like sit and stare like, okay, what do I want to wear today? What's going to feel good on me? Who knows? Pick this, put it on, and then look in the mirror later in the day. I'm like, why did I choose this outfit? I hate this. One thing that's really cool is you can use your intuition to pick out what is the thing that I will feel best in today. Pick that outfit out, put it on, you're good to go. Intuition, how am I going to wear my hair today? Do I want to wear it curly, straight, up, down, in a top knot? How am I going to go about my day today? I'll use it for things that I'm picking out to eat. Do I want to eat this today? Is this going to be the most nutritious? Is this going to give me the most energy? Is this going to be the best for my health? Like, you get to pick out what kind of food is even the best for you using your intuition, because what it allows you to do is tap in to your true self, which we've been talking about, and get rid of those contagions and take away all the ideas and thoughts and opinions of everybody else around you. It helps quiet all the noise of all of the stuff that's coming from all these people who are constantly around you, and it allows you to come back to your true self to see exactly what it is that your body needs, that your brain needs, that your environment needs. It lets you get to that core self, to that you that is not influenced by all the other things around you. So intuition is so amazing for that. What else do I use it for? I use it to communicate to my higher self. We've talked about higher self and source before, and that they are like unlimited resources for information. They are made of even more light than us. They are more pure light. So the more light that something has, the more information it has. And source is the purest, biggest, brightest form of light, and source carries all the information. Imagine if you had access to that. How much could you know? everything. You can go straight to source and ask questions about anything. You can ask your higher self what is best for you in this moment. What's in your highest good? What is going to give you the most expansive opportunities? What is the best thing for you and only you? Then you can also use it for people around you. I use it for my family all the time. We can tap into the creator fields and you can see exactly what beliefs you have right now and if they're helping you or hurting you. So my daughter just tried out for the volleyball team and I was able to help her see what beliefs she had in her creator field that were either helping or hurting her getting on the team. And then once we found those beliefs, we were able to shift them and then make some of them bigger and stronger so that she could be able to make the volleyball team. And we were able to see if it was something that was even a true self-desire for her or if she was just wanting to try out for the volleyball team because everybody else in her class was doing it too. So I do that for my family. I do that for me. I do it for my clients. They'll come to me and they'll have issues with bullies or they'll have issues with their bodies or they'll be having issues with their parents. They'll be having issues with their friends. Whatever the things are, we can get to the root of that issue, that problem, that reflection that you're having to see what it is that you are projecting out that's resulting in the things that you don't want. So intuition is limitless. And whenever I say that, I mean it in the most literal sense. There is so much you can do with intuition, and I don't know what I would do without it because it has freed up, number one, so much space in my brain of having to worry and contemplate and think, is this good? Is that good? Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? It eliminates all of that. And it gives you this clarity that I don't know how you would get it in any other way besides using intuition and being able to tap into that true self, the you that knows exactly what is best for you. So this week, I want for you guys to think about ways that maybe you have been using your intuition and not even knowing it. What are some maybe little subtle things that have happened, little communications that you might have had that you just brushed off and said, oh, that was nothing. That was me just being me, whatever. Think about what some of these things could have been where you have actually used your intuition unknowingly. And then think about the possibilities that you could open up, the pathways you could open up if you trained your intuition and knew how to use it and what could be possible then. Okay, that's it for this week. I hope you guys have a gorgeous, gorgeous week, and I will see you again next week with a new episode.